in queen problem is to place n queens, n number of queens in such a manner on an n into n chessboard. Okay, n into n chessboard. That no two queens attack each other by being in the same way, same row, comma, same column or diagonal. Okay. The n queen problems is to place n number of queens in such a manner on an n into n chessboard that no two queens attack each other by being in the same row, same column or diagonal. This is the actual this is a constant. No two queens attack each other by being in the same row, same column or diagonal. This is the condition or constant. The n queen problem by using backtracking technique basically is the optimization problem. Find the optimal solution and basis on the some constant. The constants are the no two queen attack each other by being in the same row, same column or diagonal. Now what is the actual structure of the chessboard? Now, so suppose the chessboard size, say n equal to 4, that is number of queens, is equal to number of queens. Now, how many number of queens? None. At first to say the number of queens is 4. The size of the chessboard n into n. The number of row, how many number of row? The number of row A, that is equal to 4 into 4 in this example, 4 into 4. The number of row, this is the number of row is 4 and number of column is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the row number and column number, say 1, 2, 3 and 4. Say chessboard, the number of row 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. This is the chessboard size. Say for example the 5 into 5 chessboard size, the number of row is 5, number of column is 5 and number of queen also 5. Say for example is 8 queen problems, that means the size of the chessboard 8 into 8. The number of row is 4 and number of column is 4. বাট তোমার একটা কোশ্চেন তোমাদের আসতেই পারে, স্যার আপনি নাম্বার অফ কুইন start from n equal to 4, why not number of queens start from 1 or 2 or 3? Now it can be seen that for okay, so for n equal to for n equal to 1, that is number of queen is 1. So what is the chessboard? The chessboard size is this, that is actually one location is there, the row is this and one is this. But in this case, the problem has a trivial solution. Okay, trivial solution. So for n equal to 2, in this situation how many number of row? The number of row is 2 and number of column is 2. And for n equal to 3, how many number of column and how many number of rows? Now column row number is 3 and column is also 3. But in these two cases, no solution exists. In these two cases, no solution exists. So we start from n queen problem, n equal to 4. Okay, n equal to 4. Now I'm just to illustrate, at first to illustrate the n queen problem, and after that explain the algorithm, n queen algorithm. Illustrate for 4 queen problem. The 4 queen problem. So 4 queen problem, the how many number of queen? The number of queen is 4. So what is the chessboard? The chessboard size 1, 2, 3, 4. Number of row, similarly 4 row, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We'll place 4 queen, say queen, 4 queens is equal to say q1, q2, q3 and q4. So these are the 4 queen symbols. Okay, and these 4 queen symbols q1, q2, q3, q4 are placed in the chessboard. But remember it, আমাদের মাথায় রাখতে হবে যে the constant and condition. What are the condition? The condition is already no 2 queen attacks on the same row, same column or diagonal. অর্থাৎ আমি বলতে চাইছি সে আমরা এই ফার্স্ট রো, সে আমরা এখানে যদি q1 প্লেস করি, সে সাপোজ q1 ইজ প্লেস হিয়ার, যে q1 যদি আমরা এখানে প্লেস করি, তাহলে আমরা q1 কখনোই ওই রোতে আর কোনো কুইন আমরা প্লেস করতে পারবো না। সে এখানে যদি আমরা q1 প্লেস করি, তাহলে q1 কে আমরা এই রোতে ফার্স্ট রো লোকেশন কলাম নাম্বার 2, 3, 4 আমরা প্লেস করতে পারবো না। As well as another condition is there in the first column. So q1 is already placed in the first row, first column. So আমরা column 1 এ অর্থাৎ 2 1 2 2 1 3 1 and 4 1 আমরা প্লেস করতে পারবো। Only one queen place in each row and each column, and also we cannot place q2 here is also, because different column and different row, but it is the same diagonal. The same diagonal we cannot place the 2 queens. There is 2 queens. তাহলে আমরা এখানেও প্লেস করতে পারবো না সেকেন্ড কুইনকে। Now I'm just to this is the blank chessboard. I'm just to step 1. step 1 is the place first queen q1 in the first column. Say here is place q1. In the step 2, the q1 is already placed here. q1 is already placed here. After placing first queen in the column 1, we cannot place the second queen in the first or second column. Second column, third column, and fourth column in the first row. And I just the q2 place in the first column cannot place, second column cannot place, you cannot place, but q2 place here. Okay, এখানে place করতে পারবো because q1 is already first row, first column. q2 place in the second row, but cannot place the first column in second row, and second column the second row cannot place, but we can place only the second row, third column. Okay, third column. Okay, this second step is over. Now the step 3. Step 3, I at first to draw the chessboard. The q1 place here, and q2 place here. Now the q3 in the third row, q3 in the third row আমরা কোথায় প্লেস করব? থার্ড রো, the first location cannot place, first column in the third row, second column third row cannot place, because diagonal এখানে যদি আমি প্লেস করি তাহলে diagonal হয়ে যাচ্ছে, এজন্য আমরা প্লেস করতে পারবো না, সো এখানে হচ্ছে না। Now third column cannot place, and also fourth column cannot place, এখানেও আমরা প্লেস করতে পারবো না থার্ড, because the diagonal. Okay, তাহলে আমরা আর কোনো কুইন cannot place in the chessboard. So this situation is known as the deadlock situation, but dead end situation. তাহলে q is actually the q2 here is placed. The q2 is actually the dead end situation. তাহলে q3 any dead end encounter হওয়ার জন্য আমরা কি করতেছি না? Now the backtrack on the second queenটাকে আমরা backtrack করব. The backtrack in which location is actually backtrack করে chessboard আগে ড্র করে নেই। তোমরা ড্র করে নিতে পারো খাতাতে। Say this is the অনেকগুলো চেস বোর্ড আছে। নাও তাহলে this is the dead end dead end point is this. Now we backtrack one step and place the second queen in the fourth column. Fourth column. Where the fourth column? Now say 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The third, second row, the Q1 is there. The Q1 here and Q2, second row, third column. Second row, third column is the dead end. So Q2 place in the fourth column. Q2. After that, after the placing the second queen, now to place the Q3. The Q3 where is placed? Now Q1 is there and Q2 is there, and Q3 we cannot place the first column, third row, first column, but the second column, the third row, second column, we can place here Q3. Okay, the Q3 is now placed. Q3 is placed in place. After that, we place the Q4. The Q4. Say where is Q1 is there, Q1 and Q2 here, and Q3 here, and Q4 in the third row. The Q3 in the third row, we cannot place the first column in third row. We cannot place in the second column in the fourth row. We cannot place in the third column in the first in the fourth row, and we cannot place it also in the fourth column in the fourth row. এখানেও আমরা প্লেস করতে পারবো। So this location occur the dead end location. The dead end Q3 is dead end. তাহলে এখান থেকে আমরা আর ফার্দার মুভ করতে পারছি না। তাহলে আদারওয়াইজ আমাকে Q3 কে রিপ্লেস করতে হবে। তাহলে Q3 কোথায় রিপ্লেস করব? তাহলে Q3 cannot replace in the any column in the third row. কেন এখানে আমরা প্লেস করতে পারবো না, এখানেও পারবো না, এখানেও পারবো না। So now to back to the Q2. Now Q2 কেও আর কোথাও প্লেস করা যাবে না। তাহলে Q2 কেও আমরা প্লেস করতে পারছি না। Q3 is not a place. তাহলে আমরা ফিরে যাচ্ছি Q1. Q1 can be placed another location. Yes, Q1 place another location. তাহলে আমরা Q1 কে আমরা প্লেস করছি কোথায়? না this location, Q1. And in here that is the first row, second column. Okay, first row, second column. After that the Q2 can place the first column in the second row. No. Second column, no. Third column, no. But fourth column can be placed. The Q2 place here. And Q3, the Q3 can be placed. Q3 Q3 can be Q3 in the third row can be placed in the first column. Okay, Q3 can place in the first column in the third row, and Q4 in the third row we cannot place in the first column, we cannot place in the second column, but we can place Q4 in the third column. So this is the final solution. This is the final solution. Because the four queen are properly placed and satisfy the all condition of the in-queen problems. Okay. And another solution is there for this problem, this four queen problems. Say we can place the Q1 is here, There is the third column in the first row, and Q2, the place here, Q2 is place the second row, first column, and Q3 we can place in the fourth in the fourth column, Q3, and Q4. Q4 you can also place in the fourth row, second column, Q4. This is the another solution. And these two solutions, the one to another, remember it, the mirror solution. এটাকে বলছে mirror solution. Okay, this one to another is a mirror solution. This is the in queen problem. The four queens are placed properly. This problem you can implement by using backtracking technique. Now to write down the algorithm. What is the algorithm? Now, algorithm, very simple algorithm. The queen procedure. Say row and n. N is a number of queen. To check for proper positioning of queen. This procedure is a queen procedure is actually used to check for proper positioning of queen. Initial value of row is 1. Initial value of row is 1 and n is a number of queens. Okay. Hello, what is the purpose of queen procedure? Remember it, to check for proper positioning of queen. Proper positioning of queen. And initial value of row is 1 and n is a number of queen. Say 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Any number start from 4. Remember. Because the n equal to 1, the trivial solution, n equal to 2 and n equal to 3, no solution exists. So the value of n should be start from 4. Okay. And row is a row whose value initially 1. এখানে একটা জিনিস বিফোর ডিসকাসিং অফ দ্য অ্যালগরিদম তা মনে রাখবে যে আমরা কিন্তু যে ডেটা স্ট্রাকচারটা ইউজ করছি সেই ডেটা স্ট্রাকচারটা হচ্ছে একটা চেসবোর্ড, ইজ এ 2 ডাইমেনশনাল ম্যাট্রিক্স। বাট ইন দ্য অ্যালগরিদম আমরা প্রোগ্রাম আমরা কোনো রকম 2 ডাইমেনশন অ্যারে ডিক্লেয়ার করব না বা কোনো 2 ডাইমেনশন ডেটা স্ট্রাকচার প্রপারলি ইউজ করব না। ওকে, সো একটা জিনিস ইজ এ ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট থিং ইজ দেয়ার, there are no wastage of space because only আমরা এখানে ইউজ করব কি 1 ডাইমেনশন অ্যারে, that is the solution vector, the whose content this 1 dimension array whose content column number, it's a column number. আমি যে সলিউশনটা তোমাদের দেখালাম সেই সলিউশনে কি আছে না, চারটে আমরা is a logical structure. I'm just to print the or display the queen 2 dimensional format. 2 dimensional format, that means a print এরকম ফরম্যাটে। The first location, that is 1 location is dash, and 1 location the q1 is there, and second dash and another dash, and the second row, the first location dash and q2. Okay, and the third row, the q3 is placed here, dash, and the fourth row, dash, q4 and dash. Then this is actually the 2D representation, but in an algorithm or in a program আমরা কোনো 2 dimension array ইউজ করব না, only display the queens in a 2 dimensional format. I'm just to use the 1 dimensional array whose content the number of columns. এটা হচ্ছে সলিউশন ভেক্টর। the solution vector contain এখানে কত আছে, ফার্স্ট রো ফার্স্ট কলাম। তাহলে আমাদের আগে থেকেই আমরা জানি যে the number of queen is 4, the how many row are there, 4 row, each row one queen is placed. The first row first queen, second row second queen, third row third queen, fourth row fourth queen. তাহলে আমরা রো নাম্বার নিয়ে কোনো প্রবলেম নেই। the problem is there, the column number. The column number is important. Column number is the actual solution of the in queen problem. So column number আমরা স্টোর করব in the one dimension array. তাহলে আমরা one dimension array যে solution vector index start from 0 1 2 3 dot 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 in C program. তাহলে zero index, what is the value of zero index? Not 2. What is the value of one index? Now one index value, the number of column 4, and number of column the third queen, the 1. Number of column number of queen 4, queen 4 is the 3. The solution vector contain 2 4 1 3. এটাই আমরা solution vector, and display the result 2 4 1 2 4 1 3, and print the queen as a structure, as a chessboard, where is placed 4 queen. তাহলে আমি তখন প্রিন্ট করব, এটা এইভাবে প্রিন্ট করব, রো নাম্বার and column number from this. Now the algorithmic steps start from the queen procedure. There are two parameters are there. One parameter is row, another parameter is number of queen. Okay. Now step. So what is the purpose of queen? Now purpose is remember to check for proper positioning of queen, and initial value of row is 1 and in is a number of queen. Okay. Now here step 1. Step 1 for column equal to 1 to n. N is a number of queen. Do if place PLSC place is another procedure called for proper place of the queen whose argument, row and column. Okay. Then remember, this function is actually, the place function is a Boolean function. The place function is a Boolean function. The Boolean function, why it is Boolean? Now because the place function is returned 0 or 1. Place function is returned 0 1 1. The 0 is indicate the 0 is indicate that if the queens is not conflict the two queens, or is not to find the proper position of the queens, and 1 is indicate that is the value is found and find the proper position, and this position the queen can be placed. Okay. তাহলে এই যে প্লেস ইজ একটা ফাংশন, যেটা কি হচ্ছে বুলিয়ান ফাংশন, রিটার্ন করে 0 or 1, এটা বুলিয়ান। if the place is returned 1, that is if condition is true, then is a chessboard, C-board is a one dimension array, row equal to column, row equal to column. আমি আগেই বলেছি যে যখন নো কনফ্লিক্ট, সো প্লেস দ্য কুইন, কোনো কনফ্লিক্ট আসছে না, তখনই আমরা কিন্তু কুইনটাকে প্লেস করব। দ্যাট ইজ দ্য কলাম ভ্যালুজ স্টোর ইন দ্য C_board 1D array, কোন ইন্ডেক্সে না রো ইন্ডেক্সে রো দ্যাট ইজ দ্য রো ভ্যালু ইজ ইনিশিয়ালি 1 তা 1 এ প্লেস করছে কলাম 1 or column 2 or column 3 because the for loop start from 1 2 3 4 5 the in number of queen, right? Say suppose the value of n is 4, then how many times the for loop is 4 times. The start from column equal to 1, column equal to 2, column equal to 3, column equal to 4, and each and every time before execution of the if body we call the place function. The place function return 0 or 1. If return 0, that is if condition is not satisfied, or place function is return 1, the if condition is true, and then to place the column value in the c underscore board one dimension array. কোথায় at row index. And after that, if another if is there, is the under the this if say row equal to row number equal to say n is a number of queens, okay, is equal to, then that display another procedure, display the queens. The row say suppose the number of queen is 4, তাহলে row কত 4 equal to 4, তাহলে then the display the queens. আমি এখানে একটা another procedure called display, and at the time of calling the process n is a number of queen, and this inner if else part is also there. Else part, I'm just to call the queen function queen for next row, say row plus 1 comma n, they recursively called. Okay, control exit from the for loop or control exit from the for loop, just tap to simply return, because the queen function does not return any type of value. Queen function, the queen is actually the void type, return type is a void, does not return any type of value. Now another two function definition remaining. First is the place function, another is the display function. Now what is the purpose of place function? What is the definition of place function? Place function definition, the place is a place, the argument is the row and column. Now to check conflicts, if no conflicts for desired position, return 1, otherwise return 0. Place function the place function কি হচ্ছে না to check conflicts. If no conflict, then return 1, otherwise return 0. Okay. Now the steps. তাহলে কি হলো না প্লেস কি হলো, প্লেস ফাংশনটা কি করছে না টু চেক কনফ্লিক্ট চেক করছে, টু কুইন্স কনফ্লিক্টস, সেই তিনটে কেস, দ্য সেম রো সেম কলাম অ্যান্ড ডায়াগোনাল চেক করছে। ইফ নো কনফ্লিক্ট তাহলে রিটার্ন করবে কত না 1 রিটার্ন করবে, অ্যান্ড আদারওয়াইজ সে রিটার্ন করবে কত না রিটার্ন করবে 0 রিটার্ন করবে 1 or 0। সেই জন্য আমরা বলছি বুলিয়ান ফাংশন। তার বুলিয়ান ফাংশন আমরা 0 আর 1 রিটার্ন টাইপ আছে, রিটার্ন টাইপ ইন্টিজার। এখন নাও স্টেপ ওয়ান কি? Step 1 first to start from for I equal to loop counter I equal to 1 2 row w row 1 do if now just to check the C underscore board chessboard array index I equal to column value, then return 0, then return 0, then return 0. মানে এখানে কি চেক করছে, নট অনলি দ্য কলাম, চেকিং কলাম এন্ড ডায়াগোনাল কনফ্লিক্ট। যদি কলাম চেকিং কলাম এন্ড ডায়াগোনাল কনফ্লিক্ট অকার করে তাহলে রিটার্ন করবে কি 0। আদারওয়াইজ এলস আন্ডার দিস if else if ABS, or if you know the ABS is a mathematical function, was return the absolute value, the C underscore board 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 array index I minus column okay, তাহলে ABS C underscore board I minus column যদি say suppose a chessboard C underscore board I which contain 1 and column number is 2, তাহলে 1 minus 2 that is minus 1, তাহলে ABS return 1। এটা যদি equal to ABS minus I is a loop counter I minus row যদি হয়, অর্থাৎ ABS I value of I is 1 but row is 2, তাহলে 1 minus 2 that is minus 1, তাহলে ABS return 1। এটা কাজ করছে ABS is always the return the positive value, তাহলে then কি আন্ডার দিস নো, তোমরা সবাই বুঝতে পারছো, দেন অলসো রিটার্ন 0। এটা কি, এটাও চেকিং করছে, এটা হচ্ছে ডায়াগোনাল চেকিং, ওকে, এন্ড সেম কলাম চেকিং, সেম রো চেকিং, তাহলে সেম রো এন্ড ডায়াগোনাল চেকিং আন্ডার if is actually if part is checking the column and this part is actually this part is actually checking this is the checking the column and this condition is also checking the diagonal, that both two cases the return হচ্ছে কি না রিটার্ন 0 আর এটার ক্ষেত্রেও রিটার্ন 0, okay। That is the over the for loop condition. For loop condition is false, then control exit from the for loop. After that step 2 return 1। তাহলে এই স্টেপ 2 রিটার্ন 1টা কখন করবে না, যখন এই ফর লুপের কোনো ভ্যালুর সঙ্গে স্যাটিসফাই করবে না। ফর I equal to 1, say I equal to 1 and say suppose row is 3 minus 1 মানে 2. So how many times are executed from this for loop? 2 times. I equal to 1, I equal to 2. I equal to 1 এর জন্য if this if condition is not true and else if is also false. তাহলে in these two situation they always return return 0 and exit from the loop for loop finally return 1. Okay, so return 1 is actually the no conflicts. Okay, no conflicts. No conflicts. This is a no conflict situation. Okay. Now another part, remaining part is there, the display function. Okay, the display function. The only one argument is there in the display. The display argument is basically the number of queen is a parameter. The how many number of queens? Say n number of queens. N start from 4. The display function display the solution and the queens. The step is number 1, just to follow I equal to 1 to n, do print or write I, and another for, this is a nested for j equal to 1 to n is the number of queen, do if c underscore board array index I equal to j, then print within double quote q. Okay, the queen at ij position, ij position. Okay, remember ij position, the queen. And else part is also there. The else part, just to print print within double quote dash. That is the empty slot is pinned. For I equal to 1 to n, do print I, and for j equal to 1 to n, do if c underscore board I equal to j, then print q, else print this. And step 2, simply return. Say return no value, that is the display function does not return any type of value. Okay, does not return any type of value. Now is the one remaining part is the analysis of the algorithm. Analysis. What is the time complexity of the algorithm? The recurrence relation of this algorithm is actually the tn equal to n into n plus t maximum number of row minus 1. Is actually, this is the t is a number of queen, n is a number of queen, n into n plus t maximum number of row minus 1. This is a recurrent relation. Is actually the solve this recurrent relation in to the power is the exponent operator, n equal to n to the power max of row, maximum number of row. Say maximum number of row is n and number of queen is n. In this situation, n exponent n, that is equal to n to the power n. What is the time complexity of n queen problem? Now order of n to the power n. Okay, তাহলে how many number of queen? For n number of queen. N number of queen. N, this is the number of queen, and this n is actually the number of row. The for n queen আমরা প্লেস করতে গেলে how many number of rows required? The n number of row required. তাহলে n number of row, that is n. The total time complexity, yeah, the Tn equal to order of n. The time complexity. Okay. Now, তোমাদের today discussion is complete. তোমাদের ল্যাব আছে, তোমরা 4টের সময় ল্যাবে জয়েন করবে অনেকে। নেক্সট দিন আমরা কারো ডাউট থাকলে সেটা ডিসকাস করবো। টুডে ক্লাস ইজ এন্ড। ওকে, থ্যাংক ইউ।